Greetings, ladies, gentlemen, and others. I am the Guardian. He is the Entertainment Freak. She is Isara. And this is Like a Podcast. So there's an interesting story behind this. Originally, we were going to continue the pattern of being incapable of going a podcast without discussing Disney by bashing Endgame, as we have come to new thoughts about it, with it becoming number one. The number one movie,
the highest grossing
movie of all time, and
not including inflation.
Yeah, and all that. But we decided against it after moving a bunch of furniture in Tyler's place, moving some of his old furniture into my place, having some Burger King, and watching the first Zombieland movie.
Yes.
So we have decided that we will.
We still can't go one fucking podcast not mentioning Disney, because you just did.
Well, I was explaining it to the viewers.
Well, now they know. Well, we're clearly not stopping.
Clearly not. At least we didn't talk about Godzilla yet.
Damn it!
Well, at least we didn't talk about Power Rangers yet.
Damn it! Just stop talking.
Okay.
We didn't talk about Pokemon. Damn!
I'm waiting for the next one.
So, instead, we decided to have a good podcast. Something more fun and lighthearted. Ironic considering the things we'll be discussing. But we will discuss Endgame at another date when Tristan is with us so that we can make him suffer as well.
Yes.
You hear that,
definitely.
Tristan? We're coming for you.
Alright then.
Mr. I had to work.
Hey, at least he's getting more hours.
Yeah.
But, first, we'll... Him first?
Yes.
Alright.
But why me first? I thought we were talking about Zombieland first.
Well, save Zombieland for last, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, I guess you'll be discussing your thoughts relating to scary stories to tell in the dark, and how you compared it to Goosebumps if it wasn't for pussies.
Yeah, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is... I went to see it because of I saw the trailer a few months ago when I saw Us.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I haven't
And
seen that.
my first reaction when I saw the trailer was, oh, they're making a kind of a Goosebumps-like movie for a book I read as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. And it's like you see all the imagery and you're like, oh, damn. This looks great. And then you found out it's being produced by Guillermo del Toro. And I'm like, sweet. And I thought the movie was really good.
I'll have to watch it then.
I still want to see it.
It's like... Because Goosebumps is more of a family adventure kind of film.
Yeah.
It has some horror elements, but it's not... It's not what I would call baby's first horror movie.
It's got sprinkles of it.
I can respect for what Goosebumps was trying to do, in that the sequel took what it tried to do...
And shit on it.
And made it more kid-friendly.
Yeah.
But... I still thought that had they gone the more spooky route, because, I don't know about you, but the Goosebumps that I read were actually scary.
I never thought Goosebumps was scary.
I was never into the books.
Well, maybe it was the atmosphere and how the way it was being read.
Do you read them in the dark?
Now, on the other hand, the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books, which are 3 compilations of short stories...
Yep.
That are
per book?
Per book. There's like 28 short stories in each book.
Yep.
Nice.
And they're considered children's books, but most of the stories in them are like super graphic.
I own 2 of them.
And I own the first one. They're like gruesome, graphic. The imagery is fucking horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
So
they tried to ban these books back in the 90s because they're marketed for kids. Why kids probably shouldn't be reading them.
So it's scarier than Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark, and Tales from the Crypt?
They're actual horror stories, for the most part.
So that's a yes.
Yeah, it's like, and that's also what I'd say about this movie, is that you could consider this your child's first horror movie. Here's the caveat to that. It is actually a horror movie. It's not a horror comedy. Nothing like that. It's a straight up scary film. There were a few parts where I was just like, oh god. The theater I saw it in, on the other hand, it's like some of the people in there were awful.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I rarely ever actually have that problem when I go see horror movies on
Were there a
opening
bunch
weekend.
of people that shouldn't have been in there screaming and all that?
Surprisingly, all the kids were quiet.
It was the adults that were freaking
I was
out.
about the adults.
Yeah.
Hey, at least
it reminded me of the second time I saw Godzilla 2014 in theaters, and there we go mentioning him again.
Yeah.
But, when there were these loud, obnoxious people behind us being like, "Oh, what is that, King Kong?" Or some dumb stuff like that.
What?
Yeah, that happened.
Well, I guess it's better than what happened to Andre Meadows when he went to see It Chapter 1 and someone brought a baby into the theater.
Why would you do that?
And in the middle of the movie, during the part where Pennywise was revealing out of the fridge, everyone could hear...
Like,
I get not being able to find a sitter.
Oh, it's got a clown in it. It must be for kids.
I'm sorry to any moviegoers, but kids under the age of 16 should not be in movie theaters if they cannot control themselves like that.
I wouldn't say 16. Teenagers can control themselves fine for the most part. I mean, some of them are obnoxious. Mm-hmm. But I'd
Especially
say any
in today's
kid,
day and age.
any kid under the age of like 8, I tend to annoy the crap out of me. Sometimes they're really quiet and it's really nice.
In fact, you tried to get on my case. It's like, why are you trying to show them that? When we were going over to my friend Noah's house when he was a kid, and I thought, let's show him Aliens.
Yeah,
and they were like 9 at the time.
Yeah, so why don't you show kids Aliens?
So
specifically 9-year-olds. Like, I could get a 12-year-old.
So instead, we ended up showing them Mortal Kombat from the 80s.
90s.
Okay, how about
90s.
change of statement? Any people who cannot control themselves and or do not like scary movies or whatever should not be allowed and should not go in there.
Austin.
If you obviously don't like it, don't go see it. Don't force somebody else to go see it.
Yeah, like
Nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah, like, I don't go see romantic comedies.
Kind of like Austin when he saw The Nun.
Yeah, that was fucking
Pussy.
funny.
I didn't see that movie because I knew it wasn't going to be good.
It wasn't good.
It's kind of like all the other Conjuring spin-offs. They're not good.
The first one was okay. The first one was...
Yeah, when it comes to
the first one was good.
The Conjuring films themselves are good.
Yeah, the first one was good. The second one was better, in my opinion.
The spin-offs of the Conjuring films are bad.
Which
Annabelle...
Okay, no, I like Annabelle.
No, I hate Annabelle.
What about Annabelle Creation?
Annabelle Creation is
And then there's the new one, Annabelle Comes Home.
I want to see that.
No.
What about, shit, I lost it. Fuck, I had it in my head, now it's gone. Shit, ass.
Anyway,
fuck.
No, I guess continue. The thing I really liked about Scary Stories, though, I'm so, you don't like zombie movies because they were oversaturated? I'm sick of... I mean, they've kind of gone away in recent years.
Yeah.
I'm sick of ghost movies. Like, specifically The Exorcism.
Yeah, I don't like ghost movies
type
really either.
Specifically The Exorcism
I can
type
deal
ones.
with them better than I can deal with zombie movies.
You know, there's actually...
But ghost movies would have to be a close second following
There's
that.
only one ghost movie I like, and that's Ghostbusters.
That doesn't
count.
It does count. It's a ghost movie.
The original Exorcist at its time is good, and it still holds up, but that's
Yeah.
far...
That, Poltergeist.
Oh yeah, Poltergeist.
Because Poltergeist isn't your typical exorcism
That's
ghost
true.
movie.
I forgot about Poltergeist. My bad.
Yeah, it's like, I'm so sick of these things. Every horror movie is a ghost movie now.
It's either ghost movies or zombie movies.
I barely see zombie movies anymore.
Which, I told you about this.
No, it's either ghost movies or some type of possession.
A Blumhouse possession thing.
Yeah, but
that's why I love...
Either that or it's just a gore factory.
That's one of the reasons I loved this, Scary Stories. It's one of the reasons I loved It when it came out. It's one of the reasons I really loved Us.
The original? I haven't seen it yet. No spoils.
No, I'm not going to spoil Us at all.
I still need to watch Us.
I loved Us.
I want to see that.
That's one of the reasons I really like Get Out.
I didn't see that either. I wanted to see that.
I did actually mention this to you before, but there was actually a zombie movie that came out in June this year that had such a limited release, which pissed me off because I wanted to see it. go figure, got Bill Murray in it, and what's his name, Adam Driver?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was The Dead Don't Die, where they're basically like sheriffs in a small town, and they comedically fight off zombies, and I wanted to see that. But apparently it was such a short release that it was taken out of theaters almost immediately.
That sucks.
Yeah, which it's supposed to come out on DVD, digital, Blu-ray, first couple of weeks of September, which you bet I'm gonna track that down, because I want to fucking see that.
I know.
Yeah,
but other than that, zombie movies are hit or miss for me sometimes.
They're hit or miss for basically everybody.
I mean...
So sometimes they're really good. The original...
I tend to stay away from zombie movies because it was killed for me.
The first three
the
Romero...
fucking irony of that statement.
Yes.
The first three Romero zombie films are great.
What was it?
Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, that's good.
Dawn of the Dead. And my favorite of the three which is my favorite of the actual horror movie zombie films I've seen, is Day of the Dead.
Didn't we watch Night of the Living Dead that one year?
Yeah.
Yeah, Return of the Living Dead's great.
Was that the one where they kept getting back up, where you couldn't actually kill them?
Yeah, that one was the other one we saw.
Yeah, that
one was good too.
Yeah, I like Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead's my favorite zombie comedy.
That reminds me of one of my favorite jokes. It's so corny, but I love it.
What?
What do vegetarian zombies say?
What?
Really? It's not obvious?
No.
Grains. Like, really? It's not fucking obvious?
Oh, boo!
It was supposed to be.
Boo! That was bad.
It was supposed to be bad.
Boo!
You know, thinking about it, I should have seen that movie Ma.
Oh,
that came out alongside Godzilla and Rocketman.
Do
you want to know why I should have seen that?
Because
it's not a fucking ghost movie.
Yeah, it's a kidnapping movie.
True.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know what kind of movie it is.
I don't remember.
I wanted to see Ma too. I don't think it's in theaters anymore.
No, it's not. Much like Rocketman and Godzilla aren't in theaters anymore.
Rocketman's out of theaters already?
Yeah, that came out the same week as Godzilla.
Jeez. Well, it's safe to say that those movies are going to be coming out on DVD and digital soon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Rocketman. I heard a lot good about that.
I know you're going to go rush and buy Godzilla the second it comes
I kind of want to see what...
Of course I'm going to buy Godzilla immediately.
I kind of want to see what Ma's about.
So do I. Because I saw a couple trailers and it actually
looks fine. And everybody said, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's not a ghost movie, so I'll watch it. I haven't seen Brightburn yet. I want to see Brightburn.
Oh yeah, that one.
Once again, it's not a ghost movie.
No,
Yeah,
it's technically an Elseworld story. What if Superman grew up to be a little shit?
You mean he's not already?
No, he's not.
No, he's not. Your unfettered hate for Superman is on J levels.
It also makes no sense.
Superman's a good guy.
Superman's like one of the most wholesome characters ever made.
Pure. Might as well be one of the most pure characters, too.
That's what wholesome means.
Although he does get his ass mind controlled a lot. Whether it's be Lex Luthor with
I think I got with Superman.
Yeah, with it being kryptonite via Lex Luthor, or kryptonite spores via Poison Ivy, or
Kryptonite,
or Mystic's Pitalik turning him into Bizarro.
If you guys would like to hear why, please leave in the comments below.
And we'll do another superhero podcast.
Yes.
Damn it!
There it is. Okay.
Alright, next topic.
There is a specific reason, but I'm not going into it tonight.
Yeah. I honestly don't know what that reason is.
I will not explain it.
I truthfully do not know. Which, we'll probably do one with superheroes that we love and superheroes we can't stand.
And we'll explain why.
Yeah, I know for a fact that I love Matter Eater Lad.
I can't really think of any ones I can't stand.
Nicolas Cage, Ghost Rider.
I just don't like Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider is badass. The fuck you talking about, man? Yeah. Fight me, bro.
Yeah, maybe to a 12-year-old.
Dude, that is the most badass concept created aside from Bacon Robot Demon Slayers.
Gosh, what?
Nostalgia Critic, really?
Bacon Robot Demon Slayers.
What? Never mind. I don't want to know.
Blade. The most badass thing since Blade.
I don't want to know.
Blade. He's half human, half vampire. Played by Wesley Snipes, and he kicks ass. Except for Blade Trinity. Blade Trinity's kind of lame.
And he's going to be in a PG-13 Blade film now.
Yeah.
Not Wesley Snipes.
The new
Blade.
guy.
Mahershala Ali.
You know exactly who he is.
But it's going to be PG-13, so I don't care.
Blade.
Next topic.
Marvel.
Damn it!
I couldn't resist.
I know.
All right. You. Next topic. On to you. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So if you guys remember...
And he fell off the ottoman.
Again.
Anyway, as
We're sitting in comfort on this comfy couch that came from my living room and is now in his.
Yeah,
And
because...
he's sitting on an ottoman.
Yeah, because we're in a triangular formation. Not that they can see that.
You should join us on this couch and sit right here.
I can't, though.
Why?
Because I would have to move the table and it would shake the microphone around. And it would be very uncomfortable.
You could have done that before we started the podcast.
No, I'm just going to stay here.
Okay, stay there and be uncomfortable.
I'm actually quite comfortable like this.
Okay, anyway, to complete our list of things that we mention every podcast,
Batman.
if you remember from last week's podcast, I showed them the Wow, I can't talk today.
Bring the Soul.
Bring the Soul movie trailer. And I just watched it today.
You cannot speak.
Oh.
Shame on you.
That's because I'm still excited from earlier.
I'm sure you are.
Hey,
Anyway.
I'm so excited from like 2 months ago.
Yeah, right.
Okay?
I haven't really had
I'm
a
about to
reason
say,
to
the
be
hype
excited
never
this
left
year,
when I saw Love Yourself, so...
I haven't really had a reason to be excited yet this year. Like, on your
Oh
levels.
no, Star Wars doesn't do it for you.
You know I'm not a Star Wars fan.
Star Wars. No, I used to be a Star Wars fan.
Is that another thing we mention every podcast?
Doesn't do it for me. We barely mentioned Star Wars.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Star Wars yet.
Since that one podcast that
Yeah, which
where I was under
you
the
still
table.
want to do a Star Wars-a-thon.
That's not gonna be hard.
Yeah, you own most of the movies anyway.
Yeah.
By the way, where is the Stephen King-a-thon?
It's just not happening. Let's watch Castle Rock and talk about that.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, without going into too much spoiler territory, for those who have yet to see it, the movie is
Behind the scenes.
completely different from Love Yourself, which came out earlier this year. Where in the fact that it has more candid, more scenes that are talking, and basically moments that are them sharing their feelings and whatnot, with concerts sprinkled in, whereas Love Yourself was just
One big concert.
one big concert. So, yeah. Any BTS fan would be very happy to be sitting there watching it. I happen to be very much so. So yeah, if you get a chance, go ahead and check it out. They might have it on YouTube by now. Who knows? Are you coming back or what?
I'm emptying my nose. Okay, I'm good.
Dead space. Dead space.
You're entering a world of awkwardness. Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
For a minute, I thought you guys were leaving what I was talking about.
No, I was silently letting him know that I was going to blow my nose. And then he followed, thinking I told him to come with me, but I was like, no, I'm blowing my nose. What are you doing here? And then he went, oh, okay. And he goes back to sit down. You were continuing, and then you were like, hey, get back here. And I'm like, I'm blowing my nose.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for relaying the entirety of the last 2 minutes.
Well, we
right.
did have Dead Space.
So what else are we talking about in this podcast? Because I basically said just about everything without going into
Want to talk about Once Upon a Time in
spoiler
Hollywood?
territory.
Sure. She's actually seen that, too.
Yes, I
'cause-
did.
Yeah, we're going to actually have to talk about spoilers for this one, though.
Spoiler alert! This movie is pretty entertaining. To us. She only liked the last final act of the movie.
That's because, for me, I couldn't get into it until the action really started happening.
It's a slow build-up movie, which if you like slow build-up movies, nice.
But did I hate it? No, I loved it.
So I kind of loved the movie.
Yeah,
in fact, the more I've been thinking about it, the more I actually really love it.
Mm-hmm.
I just like following these specific two people around on just a typical day of their lives.
Yeah. You rarely see movies like that.
No, it's just a fun hangout movie, really.
Again, which is rare sometimes.
Yeah, but, you know, we can't really talk about this movie without talking about the ending.
Yeah. Where Brad Pitt goes ape shit after smoking an acid-coated cigarette.
It's specifically on what the ending is trying to do, not so much what's actually happening.
No.
Because
rewriting history.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know...
I don't.
About
she doesn't.
Charles Manson and the Manson Family Ranch. They were essentially a cult hippie group that was consisted mostly of females with a few males in the California... That area of California during the late 60s, who killed quite a few people to try to start. It's been very much presumed they were trying to start a race war. Eventually, Charles Manson, the cult leader, was arrested and tried, and he died in prison a few years ago.
Recently?
Yes.
Huh.
But specifically, the big murder everybody knows about is that of Sharon Tate and her house guests.
Oh yeah.
Because it's an event that essentially changed Hollywood forever.
In the worst way.
Yeah, because it kind of lost any kind of that innocent gleam that it used to have, it started to become what we know Hollywood as now.
Corrupt.
This corrupt, disgusting world.
Yeah. Times were simpler back then.
But it's like they sprinkle Sharon Tate around in this movie a few times, and every time she was on screen, I was like, "Oh, she's gonna die at the end." Oh man, it's kind of sad. You know, and then we get to the end, and Leonardo DiCaprio, like the car pulls up, and then Leonardo DiCaprio walks out and starts screaming at the Manson family murderers who were going up there to kill Sharon Tate and her house guests.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wait. And then they broke into his house.
And Brad
I was like,
Pitt
wait, are they gonna kill them? And then Brad Pitt's like
kicks their
sick.
ass.
It says sick 'em to his dog. And then he throws a can of dog food at one of them, and I was like, oh, this is what we're doing.
And then one of them gets flung into the pool, and Leonardo DiCaprio pulls out a functional flamethrower. And what term did you use in the theater? Barbecued bitch, anyone?
Hold on, wait. I have to think what I said.
You said something along those lines.
Crispy fried bitch. That's what I said.
Yeah, crispy fried bitch, anyone? And someone actually laughed and said...
Yeah, someone laughed.
In the theater, when she said that. She was like, and you were so embarrassed.
I was like, I wasn't expecting anyone to laugh. I wasn't expecting anyone to pay attention to what I said.
Yeah, but still.
And then Jason Sebring comes down, says, "Hey, everybody all right?" And then Kevin's like, "Oh, no, we're okay." And then they invite him up to the house. And the movie ends, and I just sat there for a couple of minutes like, okay.
Did you stick around through the credits?
No.
I did. We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about, Jacob told me about the Red Apple cigarette commercial, which that's actually, Red Apple cigarettes is a brand that only exists in Quentin Tarantino films.
Yeah, but not only that, but there was like an old radio thing with the Adam West Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you got to hear Adam West's voice one more time in this movie.
Yeah, but when it comes to the movie as a whole, This might be my favorite performance from Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, he's got
He looks old as shit now.
He still looks pretty good though.
He looks pretty good for his age.
I didn't say he looked bad. I'm just saying he looks old. He looks his age.
I just liked seeing him. Essentially, he's an actor who's playing an actor who has to play several different parts within the movie, and he does it very well.
Yeah, and Brad Pitt's awesome in this.
Yeah, Brad Pitt's great, and I'm not. A lot of people aren't too into how they portrayed Bruce Lee in the film.
I thought it was funny as shit.
So did I.
It's like I thought it was fine. I like the fact that they showed that Brad Pitt's character was able to kind of stand toe to toe with him.
Yeah,
which made it more believable at the end when he just fucking murders some Manson family acts.
Yeah, that's good. Brad Pitt, I love Brad Pitt, man. I love him in a lot of movies, and he is just really enjoyable in this. I think Brad Pitt might be one of my favorite actors.
I'm not normally a fan of Brad Pitt too much. It's like Leonardo DiCaprio I'm normally a fan of.
Yeah, but
Brad Pitt's rarely ever really been in anything that I'm like, oh yeah,
Fight Club.
Pitt. Well, I haven't seen Fight Club.
I thought you watched Fight Club, man.
I have never seen Fight Club.
Jeez. Well, that'll have to be fixed at some point in the future.
I like the dude's other movies that I've seen. I just haven't seen Fight Club yet.
We shall fix that. Pretty sure it's...
Have you seen Seven?
No.
Directed by the same guy.
As Fight Club?
Yeah. I need to show you Seven, because Seven's great. He directed Gone Girl.
Oh, that guy. Alright. Well, what is there about... That child actor and that little girl was freaking phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little girl, the actress. Or, as she put it, it's actor, period.
No, and notice, though, she was reading a book on Walt Disney when
she was.
And she was like, wasn't he a genius? Which, looking back on that, I kind of realized, it's like, oh, so that's what that was. That he was foreshadowing the ending there, right there. Because think, what did Disney do in most of his movies? He took a fairy tale story that had a fairly dark, twisted ending, and made it a bit more of a happily ever after for everyone.
Yep.
Huh. That's neat.
Much like what Tarantino did in this film.
Yeah.
Gave Sharon Tate the happily ever after that she probably deserved.
Yeah. That was Margot Robbie playing her, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I love Margot Robbie. She's good. She's real great.
I haven't seen her in much other than Suicide Squad.
She's in The Wolf of Wall Street.
I haven't seen Wolf of Wall Street.
Nah, it's, you might not like DiCaprio in that.
I love when DiCaprio plays characters I hate.
Oh, then you might actually like it.
I mean, he's Candy in Django Unchained.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. So I think that's enough of that. Because,
Is that our only topics tonight?
no, I think that's just about it for the, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. What else were we going to discuss?
Zombieland.
Ah, correct. I have not seen Zombieland, but we just watched it.
I have seen Zombieland before, a few times.
This was my first time seeing Zombieland.
Like, I want to say I saw it around 2010, 11-ish. I was like 13, 14.
Yeah, this is my first time watching it, and it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's my second favorite zombie comedy.
Yeah.
Although there aren't too many really good zombie comedies the more I think about it.
There really aren't.
Because most of them are terrible.
Yeah, there's Shaun of the Dead's great.
Shaun of the Dead,
This
which
is
is
good.
my favorite.
This is good. I have a feeling that The Dead Don't Die will be hilarious, because I showed you the trailers for it.
Yeah.
I will find that movie, I swear.
But, like, Scott's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse sucks.
I didn't see it.
Zombie strippers, terrible.
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
It sounds really stupid just by the title.
It is.
I haven't seen it.
It came out at the very beginning of the zombie movie craze.
I did not plan on seeing it. I have no plans to see it. That just sounds awful.
It is.
What else was there?
There's a lot of terrible zombie comedies that just don't come to mind because I just wanted to block them out of my mind.
Thriller's one of my favorite zombie comedies. The music video.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what's funnier than zombies dancing to a Michael Jackson song? Copyright. Essentially, I love Woody Harrelson, man. Woody Harrelson is great in this movie. That was Tallahassee. Yeah. Woody
He was good at this movie. He was good.
He's good in almost everything he's in.
Except
for the post-credit scene in Venom.
I was about to say,
I don't care. I'm still looking forward to that. He will make a fucking awesome Carnage.
I don't.
Yeah, with that Ronald
Sometimes-
McDonald wig.
Most actors I don't know by name, so I.
It's all right. He will be fucking awesome as Carnage, man.
I mean, I've said this before. There's no terrible movie I'm looking forward to more than Carnage.
Sonic.
Okay, Sonic. Yeah.
There you
But
go.
they kind of ruined that one. They're making him look more like the games.
Yeah, and then you saw Aladdin. You saw the whole genie thing when he was like running around. That was a better Sonic effect than Sonic.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, but this is probably one of Jesse Eisenberg's Columbus, one of his better roles too. Considering
Jesse Eisenberg's is a very good actor
he just happens to be in some shit films and shit roles,
who gets miscast in several things.
like Lex Luthor.
Yeah, like Batman v Superman.
Additionally, he also was that guy in American Ultra, which that movie is boring. Boring as hell.
I mean, I don't like the writer of that movie.
Yeah, I love Emma Stone. Emma Stone can. It's rare for her to fuck something up royally.
No, she's very good. No, if you notice, like you've seen the Zombieland 2 trailer.
Yeah.
They scroll through them at the beginning, like Academy Award nominee Jesse Eisenberg, Academy Award nominee Woody Harrelson, Academy Award nominee Abigail Breslin, Academy Award winner Emma Stone.
Yeah. And the little girl in this was good.
I've seen
She's
her.
good
in a-
child
She's
actor.
been in quite a few things.
Yeah,
she was
I've
in
seen her in
Signs.
a bunch of good things. She's actually a pretty good actress.
And
she's around our age.
I think she is. Yeah.
yeah, what was that that story you told about how you didn't want a Zombieland 2 trailer? I mean, Zombieland 2 movie?
So back when I first saw Zombieland, I really wanted Zombieland 2 to come out. But the more years passed on, the more zombie movies were coming out and starting to die. I was like, maybe I don't really want Zombieland 2.
Then the trailer
and then
comes out.
no, and then Venom came out, and I was like, I really don't want Zombieland 2. And then the trailer came out, and I was like, God damn, I want Zombieland 2 again.
Maybe I do want a Zombieland 2 trailer.
Now tell me, what would you like for Christmas? I'll tell you what I want. I don't give a shit what you want, as Eisenberg.
Yeah, you ruined Superman.
Yeah. Well, you ruined Carnage.
Venom.
It's like, you shut your mouth, Eisenberg.
That movie hasn't come out yet.
That's right.
Being directed by the same man making this.
That's right. There's hope for this shit.
Did you see Venom?
I'm still looking forward to Carnage. I don't give a shit. It's supposed to come out next year.
Why do you think that's gonna be good?
I don't. I just want to fucking see Carnage on the silver screen. Carnage has been
Why do
getting...
you want to see things get ruined?
Carnage has been getting the short end of the stick for
No,
so
he
many
hasn't.
years.
If anything, he's incredibly overrated.
Not really. I barely see him in anything.
I see him all the time.
Well, lucky you. It's not nearly as overplayed as Deadpool.
It's like people talk about him way too much.
I don't see anyone talking about Carnage. See, you just saying that he's a different palette swap of Venom.
He basically is, just with a bit more of a crazed mind.
Yeah, that's what's great about him.
Why not just use Venom?
Because Venom's an anti-hero. He's not a complete psychopath.
Why'd they gotta make Venom an anti-hero?
Because they've already
Why are we
done
talking about Venom?
Shut up. You're right, that is my catchphrase.
Anyway, shall we move on, gentlemen?
I don't know what we were moving on to.
We're still talking about Zombieland.
Movie's funny. Bill Murray. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we should really write down our thoughts on things we like.
Yeah, we should.
Doesn't mean we're gonna do
it's
it.
so easy to talk about shit we hate.
Yeah. For example, did you catch our podcast when we discussed Disney movies like Ralph Breaks the Internet?
Oh, God. Did you catch our podcast where we discussed Disney movies? Ha ha ha! No, that's all of them.
Did you catch the podcast where we talked about how disappointing the X-Men movies are?
That was depressing.
Yeah. Yet I own all of them on Blu-ray. I don't know why.
Why not?
You know,
Precisely.
We're just gonna call this the episode name of this is gonna be "We don't know what we're talking about right now."
Unfocused. I'm just gonna call it Unfocused Features. Which reminds me, I'm looking forward to finally watching Batman Hush.
Yeah, because that's a thing now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know.
So let's talk about the Lord and Savior Godzilla.
God damn it. Too much dead space.
Yeah.
Way
so
too much.
Conker's Bad Fur Day is a great game.
Yeah, I know it is.
Some people say it's aged.
I want to play it.
I still think it's fun.
You've aged. How do you feel about that?
Thank you, Scott the Woz. Scott the Woz is great.
Yes. So let's talk about our Lord and Savior JonTron. Or as everyone else likes to call him, Scott the Woz.
Man, no wait, best game ever.
Wait, I got it! The answer was Flex Tape!
I was thinking that!
Full circle! Ah, my ring.
Except we went in a straight line.
We went in a straight circle and then we looped back around and it was just sort of a small oval. So let's talk about Flex Tape.
Oh, God.
I got a can of Flex Seal in my
Wait a minute.
den.
What?
Just the other day, I went down to the Dollar General off of on North Military.
Okay.
Guess what I found in the ad seen on TV section?
Flex Tape?
They had Flex Tape, they had Flex Glue, they had Flex Seal, they had all of it!
Look out, Phil Swifty! He sniffed too much Flex Glue and all he can see is Martian!
They literally had all of it. Like,
Let's go make
every
a buck.
Flex product they ever fucking made is all there.
Tyler actually has some Flex Seal in his house.
Don't you have Flex Tape?
No, I don't!
Flex Tape's expensive.
It is! It's like $5 to $12 per roll.
Yeah. $12 per roll. That's more closer to 12.
But yeah, no, I literally saw every single one there.
Flex Tape! This just in. JonTron's next video. Flex Tape 3. The Flex Rises.
Oh, God.
Return of the Flex.
Return of the Flex. Revenge of the Flex. Because the last one was called The Flexening.
This is true.
Which, to be fair, I think that was that was more making fun of Highlander 2, The Quickening.
So what's the third Highlander called?
Give me a sec. I can't remember.
Dead Space.
You mentioned flex tape, and what's going through my head is duct tape.
Duct tape. Woo! Not masking tape or painter's tape, but duct tape. Warp Zone. Yay!
Highlander 3, it'll be, Flex Tape 3, The Flex Sorcerer.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
The flexing sorcerer.
Hey, John.
I swear
Look us
Highlander
up.
3 has it. Yeah, Highlander 3 has, like, 3 different titles. Because you could also call it Flex Tape 3, The Final Flex. Because it's also called The Final Dimension.
And what's the third title called? Dead Space.
Well, I think this is German. Die Legend.
The Flex Legend. I like the Final Flex. Hey, John. Look us up.
Why does Highlander
do
3
this.
have 2 different titles?
I don't know. Why does Breath of the Wild
Oh my god, Christopher Lambert was in a Beowulf movie?
I don't know. Why does Breath of the Wild have 2 collector's editions?
It really doesn't.
I feel like that we've just run out of things to talk about.
I think so.
So that Highlander series went downhill after the first one.
I didn't really care about Highlander.
I haven't seen Highlanders.
So that Godzilla franchise went downhill after the first movie, didn't it?
No.
And with that, I believe we shall, I don't know, call it quits. I don't have anything else to talk about. How about you guys?
No.
Nah.
My hair's in my face. Not that you can see.
And now she just flipped it back, not that you can see.
Yes.
We're gonna watch Highlander 2 now.
No, we're not.
No, we gotta watch something awful.
There is one last thing I want to mention.
Then why don't we just go to my room and check out what I bought?
There is one last thing I want to mention before we close this out.
Highlander 2 is
Yes?
one of the most awful things in
I am
existence.
happy now that this movie has come out.
Bring the Soul?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they're on a 2-month hiatus, or well-deserved break. Because they need it. They were getting sick way too quickly. Worried about their health.
Basically what she is saying is, take care and support the official release.
Yeah.
In a manner of speaking, I guess. Okay, we don't know what we're going to talk about next week, but
We'll figure it out.
hopefully it'll be more focused than this.
Hopefully.
Oh, that's what we could also call Flex Tape 3. Flex Tape 3. The Flex Conflict. 'Cause Highlander 3's got 3 different titles.
Wow.
Join us next week when we discuss Flex Tape 3, the Flex Conflict. But not really. Bye.